Good night and welcome to Benalmadena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. The best shows from Gran Via returned to our town thanks to the Theatre and Musical Festival of Benalmádena that was presented this week with Peter Pan and Captain Hook as a special guest.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Juan Antonio Lara, and Festivities Councilwoman Yolanda Peña present this week a new edition of the Benalmádena Theatre and Musicals Festival, which began today its third year livening up the summers in the municipality. Lara invited residents and visitors not to miss this place.
Agradecer nuevamente
I'm very pleased with the great lineup of artists who will be visiting us over the summer, and it is an honor to receive first-class shows such as Peter the Musical, El Mago Junque, the Great Acrobatic Circus of China, or the plays Journey with Us, The Credit, and Divas. I invite all the neighbors and visitors to enjoy these shows in an unique setting, our municipal auditorium, because they will be able to enjoy fun and entertaining evenings for the whole family. The presentation was also attended by the director of theatre properties and organizer of the festival, Tomás Padilla, who was accompanied by Silvia Villau and Carlos Benito, part of the cast of the play Peter Pan.
Benalmádena para nosotros en mi ciudad es donde
Peter the Musical is without a doubt the biggest production touring Spain this year, and we are delighted to bring it to Benalmádena. It is a theatre properties production with the Eventings Group, which has Antena 3 Media, with what that means in terms of visibility. 20 spots a day are shown on Antena 3 and La Sexta in prime time. Also, every year we are adapting more and more to the demands of the Benalmádena public. We have, for example, almost sold out the show El Comandante Lara y Cia, and we have also adjusted the duration of the festival to 1 month. Villau, who was dressed as Peter Pan, spoke about the show, highlighting the scenography.
Peter es el musical de la temporada, realmente.
It is the musical of the season with a renewed production and the latest theatrical technology in lights, sound, scenery and flights. There will be 6 performances with a huge array of 20 artists on stage and a technical team of almost 30 people behind the scenes. We have a robotic double-story house where Wendy, John and Michael meet Peter for the first time, the immense Jolly Roger, the camp of the lost children, the mermaids swimming under the ocean, and so on. We have every scene and every part that appears in Neverland, creating spectacles within the show itself, and each number has more impact than the last, so that the audience is left open-mouthed. Benito, our fifth Captain Hook, will be in charge of bringing the picaresque to this family play.
Soy la parte picante del espectáculo.
I am the naughty part of the play. To have a very good guy who is Peter, there has to be a very bad guy who is Hook, who puts the discordant note and generates those moments of comedy, fun, which make this musical for a family audience, not for children, because there are ingredients for everyone to enjoy. Tickets are available at www.peterelmusical.com, where all the information about the show is also available at www.auditoriobenalmadena.com or at the box office, whose those registered in Benalmádena can also buy their tickets with a 10% discount.
The new government team already fulfilled one of its electoral promises, and Antonio Machado Avenue recovers its 4th lane again, thanks to the work of the operational services area.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Juan Antonio Lara, visited last week the surroundings of El Bilbil Castle to highlight the completion of the signage and adaptation work carried out to recover the 4th lane on Avenida Antonio Machado. The mayor, who was accompanied by Operational Services Councilman Juan Olea and Mobility Councilman Raúl Campos, was able to check the execution, which reintegrated the missing lane. Lara stressed that this government team is going to fulfill the commitments made.
Avenida Antonio Machado y ya ver los vecinos cómo
It was our commitment, which we as a government team have already carried out urgently. Therefore, we are keeping our word and with the neighbors, and we will continue to comply. We will always be at the side of the neighbors, working in our commitment to make Benalmádena look its best and have the best image for tourism. By restoring full traffic flow to this road, the traffic problems that have been generated in recent times will be alleviated, which are accentuated when the summer season arrives. There was a neighborhood consultation which resulted in the residents wanting the return of the fourth lane, so we carry out this extraordinary action as a matter of urgency for two reasons. Firstly, to fulfill the residents' wish as soon as possible, and secondly, to speed up the opening of the road with its full circulation before the summer when the avenue is busier. A popular demand that was a commitment of the PP during the campaign and which has been carried out with urgency and emergency. The town hall stressed that returning full circulation to this road will alleviate the traffic problems that had been generated in recent times, which are accentuated when the summer season arrives. The work consisted of milling the entire part of the avenue affected, repainting it, and also removing all the road signs referring to this reduction, in order to minimize the inconvenience to citizens and visitors while the work was being complete. The work was carried out from 10 p.m. onwards. This will be followed by a project for the remodeling and modernization of this artery based on citizen participation and always respecting the four lanes, the median and the palm trees.
Junta de Andalucía puts the emphasis on safety on our beaches with actions such as the Zero Drowning campaign, which reached our beaches with promotional material such as bags, frisbees or fans.
The Mayor of Benalmádena, Juan Antonio Lara, and Junta de Andalucía Provincial Delegate Patricia Navarro held a press conference on Tuesday at Malapesquera Beach to present the Zero Drownings campaign launched by the Andalusian government. Lara, who was accompanied by Beaches Councilwoman Presi Aguilera, highlighted the importance of the campaign.
I
would like to thank our Andalusian government delegate in Málaga, Patricia Navarro, for her visit to Benalmádena and her concern for guaranteeing the safety of our bathers on the beaches of our municipality. In Benalmádena, we are very sensitive to the safety of our residents and tourists in all areas in general, and on the beaches and in the swimming pools in particular, at a time when unfortunately accidents happen. It is vitally important that the administration promote campaigns and initiatives such as this one to make citizens aware of the importance of taking extreme precautions at our beaches and swimming pools in order to have not only the best bathing areas but also the safest ones. For her part, Navarro offered some data on drownings in the community and also took the opportunity to talk about the emergency number 112.
El año pasado, 2022, en toda la...
So far this season, we have already recorded a total of 5 deaths by drowning in the province of Málaga. For this season, in addition to this awareness campaign, we would like to call on everyone to call 112, which is free and available 24 hours a day, every day of the year, in the event of any emergency related to incidents in the aquatic area. As for rescue actions, this service recorded in 2022 a total of 77 rescue incidents related to possible drowning, which is 57% less than in 2021, when the figure was 135. But according to data from 2023 to June this year, there are already a total of 43 rescues, which points to a return to the data of 2021 and may even increase the figures. She also highlighted the aim of this new campaign, which is a campaign by a very summary merchandising.
Hoy, además de presentar esta campaña de
This campaign will be carried out in the press, radio and television, as well as on social networks, and its content is based on 3 pillars. Vigilance, which adults must establish with the youngest and most vulnerable in water sports and activities. Precaution, which is not incompatible with fun, and the respect that must be maintained on beaches, swimming pools and inland waters in this environment whose conditions are sometimes changeable and can generate risk. 112 is disseminating an educational guide to prevent drowning and accidents at beaches, swimming pools and bathing areas, a document that can be downloaded from the website of the Regional Ministry of the Presidency, as well as through the QR codes on the promotional material, which will be distributed in coastal municipalities during the month of July.
After requesting Cintra, the company in charge of the DGC motorways maintenance, to clean and improve the access of the A7, and in absence of our response, the operational services area carried out the task.
Operational Services Councilman Juan Olea spoke with the media last week at the access to the municipality through the A7 to highlight works carried out by his department to improve the environment.
Como ya adelantamos hace una semana,
the town hall has provided its resource to clean up the area, as it offers a first image that does not correspond to a tourist town like Benalmádena, and we were not willing to allow this situation any longer because the mayor's guidelines are clear. Benalmádena has to give a good image and be clean at every point and in all areas, especially in the first image that all our tourists and residents have when they leave and enter our city. Olea pointed out that the responsibility for this action lies with Cintra, the company in charge of motorway maintenance for the Directorate General for Roads.
Esta no es competencia del ayuntamiento asumir estas labores de
As Cintra has not responded, we could not remain passive, and we have acted by providing the necessary municipal resources to deal with this situation in an extraordinary way. All residents and visitors can see how the image has changed, and we would like to thank those in charge and the municipal workers for the great effort and work they are doing. The councilman explained that they are going to request a meeting with the companies to discuss the situation of the anti-noise banners at the access and thank the staff for their work.
Otra de las cuestiones que hemos tomado.
In addition, an urgent meeting has been requested by Cintra because all the anti-noise panels that were placed at the access to the motorway are completely graffitied both on the road and on the connecting roads to our city, and we want them to clean them and remove the drawings, because there are even insults to our local police, and this cannot be allowed.
The Doyan Club of Benalmádena and Nena Peine Association are working together organizing an adapted Taekwondo workshop in our municipality, a very positive initiative that received an institutional visit last week.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Juan Antonio Lara, and sports councilwoman Jessica Trujillo visited last week the Doyan Benalmádena Club in Calle Concordia 21, where the coach Maxi Montiel organized an adapted taekwondo workshop in collaboration with the Nena Peine Association. The mayor stressed the importance of this type of activities, congratulating Montiel and Peine for their work.
Si hace unos días estábamos dando la enhorabuena.
If a few days ago we were congratulating the 11 athletes from Benalmádena who will represent Benalmádena and Spain in the World Taekwondo Championship, today we are at the Doyan Club facilities with their coach Maxi, and with this beautiful initiative to bring Taekwondo to those people who need this adapted modality. I would like to congratulate Maxi and also the Nena Peine Association for the enormous and important work they do for all the people who until now have not been able to practice this sport, and now they have a place to do it here in Benalmádena. It is one more way of achieving inclusion through sport, and in this case martial arts, so it is important that they receive our institutional support and that they know that we will be there giving encouragement and warmth so that these activities reach as many people as possible. We were also able to talk with the coach, who explained that this is a very special project for him.
La verdad que esto es un proyecto que
This is a project that gives me life and a lot of energy. I am working on it together with the Nena Peine Association, and we have been working with this group for only 2 months, but I am also excited that words fill me. The children enjoy it very much, they are very grateful, and this way we can bring sport and this discipline in particular closer to them. Taekwondo with this adapted modality is established, it exists, but normally in the same class the sport is adapted for the children who need it, together with those who don't. Here we teach the modality of adapted Taekwondo to a whole group, and I think it is the first class at national level that is done in this way. The project does not stop here. The idea is to continue with a solid sporting work and to be able to take the team of the Doyan Club and the Nena Peine Association to all the existing official competitions of adapted Taekwondo, which, moreover, will start soon. a pioneering project that teaches the importance of physical exercise and discipline to this group, and a very special day for all the participants, in which we could even see Lara and Trujillo wearing the traditional kimono and participating in some of the exercises. Adapted Taekwondo is a sport derived from Taekwondo, practiced by people with physical, visual and intellectual disabilities, which is regulated by the World Taekwondo Federation and is even part of the Paralympic program since the Tokyo 2020 edition.
And these are today's headlines. The Theatre and Musical Festival returns to Benalmádena. Antonio Machado Avenue recovers the 4th lane. Junta de Andalucía launches the Zero Drowning campaign. Maintenance work on the A7 access road. Adapted Taekwondo workshop in the Dojan Club. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with slightly cloudy or clear skies with some intervals of medium and high clouds, minimum temperatures unchanged or falling to 23 degrees, and maximum temperatures falling on the coast to 31. Winds westerly becoming bearable in the afternoon. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.